and welcome to the Sunday afternoon with Pick a Card. No tea this time, I am having wine. Welcome to replay viewers. If anybody else is coming on now, I welcome you to a little moment of hopefully peace and inspiration. Yes, Ruthie, wine today, a little bit of wine to ease some of the times that we're going through. How are you doing, Ruthie? And welcome into my little space. Thank you for announcing it in the group as well. I don't have my headphones on today, so please let me know if you can hear me okay. Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate you doing that. I really do appreciate it. I also have the computer set up today so I can read the chat, and I think it's going to make it easier because then I don't have to stand. So, oh, I'm glad you're doing okay. How is it over there, Ruthie? It's cold here in Chile. I have 2 sweaters on. Oh, a rough morning, computer issues, oh no. Let's breathe a little bit. Hopefully you've gotten those taken care of, Ruthie. I woke up with messages from a very old friend in regards to everything that's going on now. He and I see things differently politically, so it was not a nice conversation to wake up to, but I think we both managed to get out of it in a way, but I think that both of us had our tempers flare, although we didn't show it. I know that was definitely happening on both sides. So my sage stick just came undone. I have a feeling that Pasita got a hold of it. And you've got them resolved. Oh, I'm so glad. I am so glad. Did you get them resolved yourself? I would not know how to get. Well, right now I had to do an upgrade on my computer, and it turned into Bing now instead of Google, and I'm not sure how to. Or maybe I do know what to do, or I could know what to do. I just don't want to be bothered. You did it yourself. Good for you. So, to you, Ruthie. Also, I know Esther is out at one of the protests, and some of the other people that are in our little group. And so, and anybody else who's here watching, blowing some blessings your way. Breathe in, blow out. So we can center a little bit, let go of some of the world that we have clinging to us so much right now. just so that we can tap inside for a minute. It's important for us to be connected to what's going on and to have our voice be part of the outcry. But we also need to kind of sit still, center. Your breath is so important. You're at the march, Esther. Yes. We are with you in spirit, and you are with us here in spirit. So Esther is over there being a warrior with so many others. And we can rise up in strength, centered in love. Love sometimes needs for us to be warriors and stand up and say exactly what it is that we need in loud and even angry voices. And this is a time for that, but it doesn't mean that we stay there, right? So we come back and we center, and then we have the strength to go back out there again and make ourselves heard for love to prevail, for love to prevail. That is the main thing. And so today, oh, thank you so much, Esther. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different with the cards. So I'm glad that you came on, both of you, and anybody else who's coming. I have a different deck. This is actually a deck that I gave to my friend Claudia, that I live with. I gave her this deck a long time ago, way before I started my deck. This is the only deck that I had ever, like any oracle deck I had ever held in my hands. And this deck was actually gifted to me because, and it's by Blue Angel. And the reason that this deck was gifted me was because they had contacted me, and this is maybe how I know of Blue Angel. They had contacted me because they produced this deck with lots of art from different artists, and they didn't, artists didn't get paid for this. We loaned our art and didn't write any of it, just our art, just the image of the art in exchange for, I don't remember, I think they gave me, they might have only given me 2 decks, because I know I have one, and then there's this one. And this was my image for this deck. And they assigned to mine, ageless beauty, with grace, dignity, and strength, I grow into the unique texture of my feminine soul. How beautiful is that? And this painting says in Spanish, Mi corazón es sagrado. My heart is sacred. And I did this painting as an online painting lesson. I actually still have it. I would like to be able to edit it and put it out there. So this is, I only have one painting in this deck, but it's an interesting deck. See, it has divine patience, being with discomfort, enlightenment power, heart healing. And so I thought it would be kind of neat to add one of these to our spread today. So I think that we're going to do that. We're going to do it instead of doing the chakra pull, or maybe in addition to, I will pull a card, or maybe I will do a card for the people that came here today. I'm not sure, because I just kind of decided to do this right before I came on. So I'm going to go ahead and show the 3 piles so that then people can go ahead and skip all the chit chat. But I did want to point out that we are going to use these other cards, which are quite awesome as well. Although I've never used them, really. And perhaps they were my subconscious inspiration to convert or to do an oracle deck, because I don't really remember the timeline of how these happened. You know what? I feel like I need to shuffle these a little bit more. So Esther, are you still with us, Esther? I think she's still with us. Let us know how it's going. I love that painting that your son made. Gorgeous. I don't know if you all have seen my Oshun painting I have been sharing. We've got Oshun here. She is the one that we are dedicating today's reading. She's the one that's supporting us with today's reading. We have been working with Angitia and shedding. But today I just really feel like we have Oshun here, present with her warrior strength, but also with her joy, because we need to bring and remember to have balance in our lives. So some people say and think that spiritual people, and I talked about this with Esther, so some people believe that because you're spiritual, you should just, lock yourself in your meditation room and ignore the world and it'll go away. But others of us feel that we need to put on our warrior suit and go out there and, and yes, be warriors for love, for light, and for what is right in this world that we're in. We are divine beings in a body, human flesh suit. So both are at play always in our world. It's not one or the other, because we're not angelic beings 100%, and we're not, just an object 100% either. So a thing of flesh and blood. We are a mixture, and so we do. I think it's a beautiful thing to honor both. And at this time, the flesh and blood part of us is needing and calling for our divine spirit to be balanced and everything to be actually working together, collaborating. Okay, so 3, and we ask the sacred mothers, the goddess, the beautiful feminine energy of our world to be here, to support us, to give us guidance, our spirit, our higher self, ancestors, angels, ascended masters, whatever name you'd like to give your guides, the energy. We just ask in the name of love for wisdom and guidance. And the 3 that we will choose will be, let's see, what will we have for today? I think we will have our small but mighty turtle, which now the symbolism that I just got is like a turtle knows when danger is coming and it just sucks itself back into its home and then comes back out when it's safe. Finding like this balance and not rushing through. Thank you for listening, Esther. Not rushing when we don't need to, and rushing when we do. So if you've seen that turtles can walk quite fast, and there's turtles that can bite. I almost got bitten by one. I thought I was saving once, a snapping turtle. So let's think about the energy of balance today with this representation of Mother Earth, of Pachamama. And I think we do have the snake back as our healing messenger, as our shedding, as we are shedding, as we're going through this difficult time in on our earth, on our Mother Earth. And then of course Bastet as protection, as we all are needing protection of both our spirit selves, our heart, our soul. There's a lot of things that are going on, a lot of stuff that's coming up, and then COVID, of course. So we have protection, healing, and I think this is well, we'll call it balance. So let's see what is calling you, what is calling you forth. And let me see, let's do it this way. I am gonna go ahead and add the card. Oh, we'll do it last. That's what we'll do. That is 2 and 3. Okay, so you choose the turtle, Bastet, or Angitia. Okay, Bastet for you. Awesome, Ruthie, you always pick the cats. Philly Mama Bear, welcome. Philly Mama Bear Madison. Welcome, welcome. It is a chilly day here in Chile, and I have 2 wool sweaters on. I think I'm gonna have to take one off because I'm getting hot. Okay, so before I turn them over, let's see. I know that there was something that I wanted to announce. Well, if you got the newsletter today, you will see the back of the new deck, so that's exciting. And oh, I know what I wanted to say. Very soon this month, we will have the release for the new goddess. And this new goddess, so this is not something that usually happens, but you know, just the way the spirit had it work out for the release of these goddesses. So the goddess that is being released next will be leading us on our path, just like Angitia. So it kind of will work through that, and then the goddess that comes after that too. So I'm kind of excited about how this is working out, and I still don't know when I'll be able to go back to the U.S. But we do have enough for now to share with you. So I'm excited about that. You were led here. Well, welcome, Philly or Madison Mama Bear. Let me know what you want to, what you'd like to go by. And very, very welcome here. Let me take a sip of my wine. I have it on this kind of glass, so I don't tip over my wine glass over everything. I had not had any wine in, I think, 2 months. And I opened this bottle 3 days ago, but it goes so quick to my head now that I'm drinking it so slow. But you know what? I think it's not good anymore. I think I'm going to go back to my tea. 3 days later, no, wine's not good. Okay. All right. So let's see. We have, again, we will begin with Angitia. Drinking your wine. Martina. Beautiful, beautiful name, Martina. Love that. Welcome, welcome. So, shedding, using the snake, the idea of the snake to shed through everything that the globe is going through right now, everything that we're going through as people, in with the social uprising, with the health concerns that we have right now, and primarily with Black Lives Matter, which is, I think, paramount in all of our minds right now. So shedding. What is in this pile with Goddess Angitia and the snake? And we have, first of all, remember, look at the images first and see what they guide you towards. But we have here Artemis, independence and empowerment. You are being called to being empowered. And let's see how that conversation goes with transmutation of anger. Again, always look at the images and what resonates with you. So blue Terra, this is being empowered, independent, trusting yourself, trusting who you are as a human being, as a person, especially as a woman, as it's mostly the people that come by here. And transmutation of anger. So that's not overcoming it, it's transmuting it into something that is actually beneficial for us, something that works. And wealth and prosperity. So this is, pretty logical thread as we shed what no longer serves us, people, places, things, even past events that we need to shed and let go of, even things that have been hanging on with us, as maybe karmic, maybe ancestral curses. Who knows? All this stuff needs to go and be empowered that what's coming and who you are becoming is going to help to transmute this. And this brings wealth and prosperity of all sorts. And then let's see what we have with this other deck. We have that this is your soul's truth. And here it says, I listen to my soul's simple truths and allow my life to unfold naturally. So this is a message of flow. Flow. What is simple and just what is simple in your life? I think that's really valuable now too, because there's so many difficult things going on in our lives. And the most important thing to do is, in finding that balance that I was talking about, is that at any time, wherever you're at, try to find, and this is to be very simple things, try to find the beauty or the love or the peace in whatever moment, to the best of your ability at that moment. What is your soul's simple truth? And allow my life to unfold naturally. Independence and empowerment, always a reminder that you are enough as you are, and even on your own. So many times, just like when I started and I was telling Ruthie that I don't know if I'd be able to fix my own computer, but yeah, I'm not empowering myself. Yes, I could fix my own computer if something happened. So independence, empowerment, you can do it. You can do this. And there's this transmutation of anger. And this is a hopeful card because she's coming and saying, yes, it's there. It's there. There's peace with this transmutation, and there's beauty that comes when we are able to transmute it like an alchemist, right? Really, it is alchemy. And of course, we get wealth and prosperity as a result. So, um, thank you, Esther. Drinking cold tea, Ruthie. Let me go ahead and see a chakra goddess for this and see what chakra right now maybe needs a little bit of your attention or will help you with this. Where I think the main theme to me that seems to be with this is feel empowered to transmute whatever this is that is eating at you, frustrating you, etc. And then it brings this wealth and prosperity. And one of the things is to listen to your soul's simple truths. And now the other thing will be to work with this chakra. And this is your heart chakra. Soul's truth, heart chakra. I think that goes pretty beautifully. And then remembering too that if you chose this pile for the snake, it's about shedding. So then we're shedding toxic things. Anger would be a toxic thing. We're becoming new because a snake sheds its skin, becomes a brand new, shiny skin, baby like being. And then you get your peace, your wealth, your prosperity. Prosperity not just meaning financial, but prosperity in every sense of the word, right? So I hope that card pull blessed you. I hope that it makes sense. And I hope that you could see it. I hope that I was on camera. I hope that you could see all of it. All right. Anything else? Anything else before I go on to the next one? I always have so many things to tell you, and I think, oh, in between the card pulls, I'll tell them this and that, and then I get here and I forget everything that I wanted to share with you. But I'll tell you, you can see that, or you can hear that you can't hear Pasita barking or doing silly things. That's because I bought her a new bone. She's pretty funny, just like a kid. You give her something and she plays with it for a little bit and then she moves on and wants something new. So I'm learning to hide her bones, just like you do with kids. Maybe that's a little bit better right there. Okay. Yes, the only thing that with the new goddesses, Esther, is I wish I could be releasing the sculptures with the new goddesses at the same time, and just there's not enough time with that, and I don't know when I'll be back. So for now, it'll just be the paintings, and some will have sculptures, and we do have a few other sculptures to be released. I'm excited about that too. And we have new paintings through October. So hopefully I'll be able to get back in September. I'm aiming to get back late September so that I have time to take Basita for her shots. And I'd like to try to get her fixed here in Chile because it'll be a lot cheaper than doing that in the US. So a couple of things that I want to get done. And here we're in quarantine. They've just extended the quarantine for another week. It might be that we're going to be in quarantine for a month. So No chance of doing much over here. Okay. Look good on camera right now. Good. Thank you. Oh yeah, that is a good angle. I have to remember this angle. Thank you for letting me know. All right, so now we go with turtle. In this right now today, turtle symbolizing balance, knowing when to get back into your safe little self and when to come out. Safety, home. The turtles represent home in so many different native religions, you know, not just Native American, but in Africa, there's many different belief systems that also hold the turtle as Mother Earth. Some of them with myths that the Mother Earth was formed, or that Earth was formed on the back of a turtle. So very much representative of home, motherhood. So here we go. The first one, abundance and good fortune. Again, look at the image, see what you get from that. That is most important. And Bastet, guardian and protectress. So you have a message that you have good things coming your way. You are getting a message to feel like not to be worried. Everything's going to be okay. Bastet has got your back. Ooh, not only are you going to be okay, whatever it is that you're going through is bringing you into a moment of renewal, rebirth, openness. And we have grace. Oh, I think that goes beautiful with this spread too. When I open to the deep source of grace, the flow of my life feels effortless and vibrant. I like that. Grace, abundance, and good fortune. Feels like it felt, even before pulling this card, which definitely is saying grace and softness, just even this, well, because we have butterfly maiden too, very much like flowy. And but as soon as I got Bastet, I knew, that's the feeling that I got. It is a very flowy, very soothing reading, very Pachamama like, very motherly, letting you know that you're protected, you're okay, it's a new beginning. And flow with grace. When I open to the deep source of grace, the flow of my life feels effortless and vibrant. Kind of goes with what I was saying before, and also it goes with balance, right? And openness. Oh, all these words very important in this card spread. Okay, let's see. What is a chakra for you to think about as you work on this, as you focus on this as part of your life? And we have the solar plexus chakra. Oh, I didn't open my chakra book to pull out a keyword. So, or a key sentiment for, okay, so for solar plexus today, what I get is vitality. That's interesting because it's a spread that's very soothing and gentle, but at the same time it's calling for vitality. it does make me think of the energy of a turtle, right? It goes in and that, into protection, and then when it comes, it's, it's either in or out. And vitality, strength. Yeah, very, very much balanced. For this one, but this one was the heart chakra. Let me just, well, no, I won't even go because that, well, did anybody here pull this one? And I will tell you. Bastet is your guide. That's beautiful. She's a beautiful guide. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so vitality, flow, ease, balance, grace. Beautiful. I guess I will, just because I'm done with that one, and so we're in the in between time, in between the polls. So I guess I am going to go ahead and, in case anybody's watching who did have Angitia, and so let me see what for the heart chakra today. For this would be to love, to love. That's the message that I get. That jumped out at me with this one today, and I can't even remember the main message. Empowerment, to love. So maybe to love is the key to work through this challenge of transmuting. And of course, to love, of course, that's the answer and the key to everything. Right? But specifically, maybe something to hone in on for this spread, as that is the word that jumped out at me, or the sentiment, I should say. Okay, anything else? Okay, so now we have Bastet, the protectress. I love how these organites feel in my hand, their weight. I just love it. Okay, so for Bastet, again, protection. That's the main message for Bastet today, because she does signify many things, including sensuality. But today, and in these days, protection. And so we have first card, fertility and healing. Very, very, very feminine, sacred sexuality. Here too we have the snake for protection. Ooh, we have Kali, endings and beginnings. Whoa. Fertility and healing, endings and beginnings. So as we heal, as you heal, there are things that are going to be having to be let go of, so that you can move ahead. Ooh, and here we have Kateri. Kateri's coming up a lot lately. Fearless authenticity. She never came up before, and here she is. Fearless authenticity. So there's healing. This is what I feel with this. I feel that there's healing there that's happening, and you're definitely, being instructed to let go. And this is what we've been doing with Angitia, is shedding people, places, things, events. And then you have to step into your power, sort of like calling for Artemis type of power too. But it's not just being empowered, it's actually more than that. It's being fearless to be yourself. Fearless authenticity, really not care what other people say, and just Shine your light. That's why we're all here. We are all such unique beings, and society makes us, turn our personality, our light down to fit in to society's constructs. So this is saying no. But this is not the first. So it's almost like it's not telling you that you have to right now. It's letting you know that there's healing going on. So I feel like be tender with yourself. But there are things that are going to end that I think might not be that easy to let go of, that you need to let go of. And maybe in doing that, it's gonna, but I feel that this is gonna come about from these, So when it happens, you just have to be, it's not like you're gonna even have to try to be fearlessly authentic, but you're gonna have to remember to be fearlessly authentic, because it's not gonna be hard anymore. You're just gonna keep forgetting because we forget. But in letting go of this, it's going to make it easier. Hey Della, welcome. And heart healing. So heart healing. My courageous healing journey brings me personal awakening and a deeper relationship with myself. That is like the best. That was the clearest read spread for me to read out of all three of these. Wow. That's that. I just don't think I need to say anything else about that except pull the chakra goddess. Okay, so here we go. What you need to focus on is, we've got solar chakra again. Solar chakra. So let's see, and remember, working with Bastet, protection in this. So with solar chakra, we have today, what jumps out is centered and spontaneity. Those two jumped out. So being centered and being and spontaneity. I'm not going to say being spontaneous, but maybe be ready for something that you're not expecting. Yeah, that's it. Let me know how those spreads were. Ruthie, I know you picked Bastet, and it's an awesome spread. Yeah. Martina, you chose that one too, right? Della, I don't know if you had a chance to, because you were late, but I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. It's really exciting, because all these years that I spent painting the goddesses, I didn't spend any time, doing card readings or anything like that. And we all have this ability. That's a beautiful thing. And that's why I wanted to make the oracle cards, because I think tarot is really awesome too, but it does follow a system, it is a system. And so with this one, with oracle cards, I just love that they can be, the messages are available to all of us, because and they're always so different, and I hope that that my reading and gets better. I feel that it is, but more than anything, because I always say I'm not a psychic, I'm not expecting to be one, but we all have this gift of intuition, and we all have this access from our spirit to our higher self or our spirit guide, however it is that you label it. We all have this ability, and I hope that seeing me work through this will encourage you. And if you know how, if you know secrets and tips that you want to give me or others, please feel free to do so in the comments. But it's exciting. It's exciting when you begin to sort of like get on a roll with them. So I encourage you all to do your readings and use your cards. And I mean, you could even use playing cards, just regular cards, and see what messages you get from them. But yeah, this is great. I feel very blessed that we have this, that we have this, that we can access the information that is way deeply embedded in our soul or our higher self, or messages that are coming from way somewhere that we don't know, parallel universes, heaven. I don't know, but I know that it is out of this world. I know that it's something magical and mystical and powerful. And I know that it makes it even more powerful when we gather together as more than one. So thank you for joining me, and you're learning yours too. Yeah. So I mean, it's all practicing, because we begin to see that they have. We could just have one deck. I mean, I've been working just with my deck since I started working with the cards, which has not been that long. I think it's been a year. And so this is only the second time, I think, or maybe I think it's the second time. I think that one time when I was in the US, I pulled, when I was on the Facebook Live, I used the crystal. I have a deck of crystal cards, and those are the only decks that I have. And it's just interesting. Anyway, you could just have one deck, just one deck. And with that one deck, every day you could pull the same cards, and every day there would be different messages. So that is what's so beautiful. I just, I encourage you all to use the cards, and DNA, it's in your DNA, it's in our DNA. Yes. we carry all this knowledge that we need to be remembered. And then there's new things that have to come up. The knowledge that we are given, when we can channel sometimes, and that's a beautiful thing too. So I just want to encourage you to keep consulting your cards, because since December for me, 2019, for me, I think that once my deck came out, and we had everything shipped out, that's when I started, working with them. But I always knew that, that they were magical, and I always knew that this would be a great thing for us to have. But because I was led by everything step by step, well, not step by step, but I was, I was painting, and then it was another step. Okay, done with painting. Now research. Who are the goddesses? Okay, now that's done. Guidebook. Okay, now you get to play with them. And that's sort of how it's been, and it's been beautiful to play, and to play with the altar, and to play with the cards, and get so much incredible knowledge and guidance. So I hope that you are all blessed and guided, and that's my message for today. And just Always happy to be with you all. I will be back next Sunday. Oh, Ruth, you really like this extra card. Yes, I think that is good to have an additional card. I wish I had my crystal cards with me. I think those would be good too, but we do have the chakras, the chakra goddesses, which I think they add, another aspect to it. I think it's really important to, like I always say every Sunday, bring your pen and paper, and thank you for reminding people, Ruthie, to do that, because you should, and I would encourage you to see, okay, I was attracted to the snake, or I was attracted to the cat, or I was attracted to Bastet or Angitia, or I was attracted to the yellow and the green of this, and think about why were you attracted to, I have gone on other people's pick a card readings here on YouTube, and when you pick an object, I've heard some people say on these other YouTube videos that they have a hard time picking an object because they like all of them. And so sometimes, just go by the color. And so then you think, okay, so I picked pink. What does pink mean to me generally? Or what does pink mean to me right now? And all these things will inform your reading. All these things are knowledge from within you and from above you, all around you, and it's valuable. It's really valuable. If we only listened more, to these messages all around us, then we would not be in so much chaos all the time. So it's really good to focus in like that. Oh, thank you so much, Esther. Third was spot on for you. Awesome. Tells me a lot. Bastet always gets my attention. Love her. That's neat. So that's beautiful. Yeah, you can think about why you are seeking her out today. And sometimes we don't know. Like, I don't know why snakes have my attention, and I had not even realized how much of my attention they have, even though, oops, I keep knocking down my sculptures, even though we don't have our logo on here. I didn't realize we didn't put our logo on here, but it's on our logo. And then I had a snake tattoo, and or like orbs. I painted orbs, for years and years and years without really knowing and noticing. And I remember one person one time asked me, why do you always paint orbs on your paintings? I was like, I do? Yeah, look, here. And I was, oh, I do. And so then you think about why? What are the orbs? What do they mean to me? Sometimes it takes years before you find out. That happened to me with some old paintings where I was painting in the center of the belly of the images. They had these things coming out, and they were connecting to they were all females connected. I have a couple of those paintings left. And then I went to see the movie What the Bleep, and explained quantum physics and on our spiritual connections, and they showed it with these tubes connecting them, and I was like, whoa, I painted this way before I was aware of this. And yeah, that's how magical it is. That's how beautiful and magical that is. All right, well, I think my phone is about to die. So I will say thank you for joining me with Oshun and Angitia with now Basita's going to start with our spirit guides and Pachamama. Should turn on my pretty little stars. And yeah, love you all so much, so much. And I'm just sending all my love and best wishes of peace and joy. Thank you to all those of you who are out there speaking out during these really important times. Do not be silent. Do not be silent. Oh, love to you, love to you. So let's keep on spreading the light, everybody. Black Lives Matter. Spread the light. Love you all.